Everybody loves McDonald's fries. So yes, you accused your mom of stealing some of your fries on the way home. But the bag did feel a little light. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. You are now listening to
The Double Dose Podcast. Listen, brought to you by your new twin cousins.
Your favorite twin cousin.
Your favorite twin cousin, Shonda.
And Chanel.
Listen, we are one set of twins.
With two different perspectives.
I'm ready to get into it.
Let's go.
So this is a solo episode today.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've been cranking out a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
We had Kenya Kelly.
She was dope.
The people are still talking about Kenya.
The TikTok queen.
The TikTok queen who made millions. And who else did we have? Adrian Davis, Pastor Adrian Davis. Like, his episode was lit. The people were still talking.
Just had 2 movies drop too.
Yeah, on
Shout
Tubi.
out to him, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
His acting thing going.
Look, I love a good Tubi movie.
Listen, Chris Stokes is underrated.
Chris Stokes has Tubi in a headlock right now.
Listen, the way that Chris Stokes blessed us with You Got Served, and then continued to generate Black excellence in these movies.
I don't understand. I don't think people understand like the degree to which he has produced and directed so many movies that starred like
our faves,
the faves,
the it people,
the millennium faves. So like the Omarions, the Marcus Houstons, the Jennifer Freemans,
yes.
Like everybody
Megan
who
Good
had who had 2005 in a headlock is in his movies. Like.
It was,
He got Tubi in the headlock right now.
Yeah.
But we say all that to say Adrian Davis is now
Shout out to
having Tubi in the headlock.
Yes.
So he's going to be in DC soon, right?
Yes. Can we just stay there, though, and talk a little bit about Tubi movies?
Oh, go ahead.
Listen, I think they're so underrated because there's always a plot twist that we don't expect.
Always. Wait, did you see the clip with Claudia Jordan's movie on Tubi?
All right, now that's the one that Claudia Jordan knows she wrong for that.
But it was the whole spending time in jail, getting out, finding your man with another woman, killing.
Wait, hold on. You watched the movie?
Yeah, no, I watched it.
I only saw that viral clip. Okay,
killing. She got out of jail. She found her man. Her man was married, has a kid. They lived a happy life while she was in jail.
Okay.
She got out, found a happy family. Like, wait, what are y'all doing together? All right, took out a gun. Pop, killed the husband. Her
man,
yeah. And then Pop killed the new wife.
Yeah.
And then Pop, he says, "I'm just a kid." She said, "Pop,
don't matter,
kids get it too." Like that's just
you can get it too, little nigga.
That's just the way Tubi movies are right now.
Yeah, that's wild.
But it's mad entertaining. So I will spend my Saturday watching Tubi.
I love it. It's like the Black Lifetime.
Tubi is the Black Lifetime. Yeah. Okay. So I get it. That's why I'm so drawn to it.
Because you get the plot twist, you get all the things, the drama.
You get all of that.
Tubi is the Black Lifetime.
And I love the Black Lifetime. Movie. I feel like, why are we not on Tubi? Why they didn't call us yet?
I feel like that should be our next step.
Okay. So podcast, acting, Tubi.
Yeah.
In that order?
Chris Stokes.
Chris Stokes
Tubi is different than everybody else Tubi.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our next goal, 2024?
Stepmother 5.
Stepmother 5. Yeah. No, because they probably going to replace Erica anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to be the stepmothers.
Period.
Yeah.
Because we're twins. But how would that work?
We got to think of the plot and we'll pitch it to Chris Stokes.
Chris, got a movie for you. We got a movie. Look, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
I don't know, but I'm really into this acting thing. So, today we're going to talk about our homecoming weekend.
Yes, homecoming. Shout out to the Delaware State University, y'all.
HBCU.
Homecoming, period. HBCU homecoming season. Like, we just got out of that.
Literally nothing like it.
I don't think, if you didn't go to an HBCU, you probably don't understand how hectic October is for HBCU attendees. Because it's like weekend after weekend after weekend. Yes. Either it's your homecoming, your homie's homecoming. Like, if you're involved in community, like, you got to be at some of these events. Like, it's a lot.
Want you to come speak.
Right. It's a lot.
It is.
And so when we think about like HBCU homecoming and as it was approaching, Chanel, what were some of your thoughts and anticipations?
Definitely, it's always anxiety around like, what am I going to wear? Also, making sure that the rain holds up. The weather is
the weather is a thing.
Yeah,
the weather is a thing.
You got to make sure, and then also just making sure I have enough energy to do all the festivities.
I posted on my post because our line sisters, first of all, another stressor for homecoming. If you have line sisters,
Yes.
you got to figure out, okay, what are we wearing? What is the,
What
are we wearing?
No.
Are we getting jackets?
No,
Are we
number
getting
one-
t-shirts?
number
Who's
one,
customizing
Is everybody
these?
going to be there?
Is everybody going to
Because
be
we're
there?
at the age where now everybody is either
Y'all married,
y'all
got kids. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, we're all over. So we got to coordinate to make sure that number one, everybody's going to be there. Number two, what are we wearing?
What are we wearing? And then if it's, so like, I think regular, like just lines, like, you know, I saw so many people coordinated,
Yeah,
looking
it was-
amazing
it
at
would look
homecoming.
great.
But it's just something about Spring 12 Delta Lambda.
Delta Lambda, we can't get it together.
We just can't do it. I really don't understand. Like, it's like the week before homecoming. Like, we've been talking about what we wearing for a good month.
Yes,
But we
in
didn't
the
get it
chat.
solidified until the week before.
We didn't get it solidified, and then when we showed up, I felt like we was the only two with the sweatshirts on that we all agreed we were gonna wear.
And Chantel.
Us and Chantel, and then eventually Lex put
Our
hers
Deuce,
on.
Dree didn't like it. I was like, Dree, where's your sweatshirt? I didn't like it, so I didn't get it. Okay. Didn't know that's what we agreed on.
What was Erica's story?
I'm on a budget. Like, bro, what? Like, it was just a lot.
It was.
Homecoming is intense every year, and I think just next year we need to start working on our outfits right now,
Yes.
and then we'll be prepared for next year.
I agree. Next year, though, this year we only made it to the Platts. Next year, I want to make sure we go to like the step show, step show, fashion show.
Yes, we need to
Comedy show.
Can we talk about HBCU fashion shows
The
for a
fashion
second?
shows are elite.
Because one thing that I feel as though, I think when people talk about HBCUs, yes, we talk about Greek life, we talk about, you know, the community, we talk about all the amazing things, but I think we forget about the fashion aspect of it. The modeling troops on HBCU campuses are very similar to the like D9. It's very similar to D9.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think people understand. Our modeling troop, we had jackets, we had strolls.
We had a stroll. We
Like-
had jackets, limitless jackets, and you had your name.
My name.
Yep, on a jacket.
What was your name?
Spice, right?
I think you were spicy and sweet.
No, you were sugar. I was Spice.
Okay. I think I was Shonda Pumps Down. Yeah. Shonda Pumps Down. Because I pumped down on the runway. But yeah, like, I think people underestimate model troops on HBCU campuses so much.
It is, yeah. It's a culture within itself.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
We are into fashion, of course. Every day we're dressed down. Don't matter if we going to 8 a.m. chemistry class. Don't matter if we going to the CAF.
Oh, we was going to 8 a.m. African American history with 6-inch pumps on. Like, that's just what it was.
Yeah. At one point, though, when we were, was it an audition? Yes, that first year we had to try out for it.
Yeah.
And we had to wear heels every day to class all day and then go. Yeah, it was a thing.
It was a thing. It was a thing. But do you remember, and I put this on my post on Instagram, we were like the girlies on campus that would be about wearing the heels and getting dressed down to go to class.
Yes.
And when I say dressed down, I mean dressed up.
But dressed down.
Dressed down. That's like, you know, motto lingo. Like, you pump down, you dress down.
Yeah.
Like, that means you, But because we were those girls.
Still are. Glory to God. Glory to God.
There was a shady column. Do you remember the DSU column?
What
called
was it? The
20,
Hornet.
21. It was called The Hornet. That's the newspaper.
It's the newspaper.
But the 20 questions. Did they have this while you were there?
No.
Okay. All right. So the 20 questions at Dell State.
Let's paint the picture. This is before social media was popping.
Before the Shade Room, before
the shade-
Instagram.
there was no such thing as Instagram.
No, I think Instagram had just came out.
Not then, because this was our freshman year.
This was like
Facebook had just
sophomore.
got
This was
popping.
okay. So these were Facebook days.
Yeah.
So this was before Instagram, like all like Shade
Before
Room,
real-time drama.
right? So we had drama in our newsletters.
Drama in our newsletters.
So we
sound so old,
Right.
but we're not. I promise.
So there was a shady column in the Hornet that was 20 questions, and they would ask like a bunch of questions.
That was just,
like it was just shady. Like,
Like-
who is the guy who always wears a book bag in the cafeteria? Like,
Right.
it's just like shady.
who's
Like
the
you're
girl
throwing
with
shade.
the rundown heels.
Right.
And everybody knew who the girl with the rundown heels is.
Right. So question number 13. Who were the twins who always dress like they on a fashion show? They in a fashion show.
On the runway.
On the runway.
Yeah.
And we was like, oh, we those girls.
Okay. Y'all meant to be shady, but y'all gave us a little bit of clout. Okay.
Shout out to Hornets, the 21 Questions newsletter.
Shout out to 21 Questions.
Because, again, that was the pre-Shade Room shade. That was pre-IG shade. So I'm here for it. But anyway, back to DSU, HBCU culture. Going to a HBCU is just a blessing.
It is.
Why didn't I wear my DSU shirt? I got it somewhere. But a lot of people downplay, and we're going to get to homecoming, but I wanted to drive the point, the importance.
Who needs an alarm in the morning when McDonald's has sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles and a breakfast cutoff? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Of us pushing our students, black students especially, going to HBCUs.
Yes, I agree.
Especially when we were applying, Chanel, like people would push us away to it. Like, oh, go to the larger schools, go to the PWIs. You'll get better opportunity. You'll get more exposure. Have you had that experience?
Absolutely. And I would say that even with not only going to the larger schools, going to a larger HBCU, right?
Yeah.
Because there was definitely a stigma with not only going to a HBCU, but I'm also going to Delaware State University.
Which is smaller.
Right. Number one, it's in-state, so everybody is like, oh, it's like the 13th grade. You're going to be there with everybody. Yeah.
People did say that, yeah.
And then also, it's extremely small, so it doesn't have the exposure of like the Howard University, the Hampton University. At that time, people didn't really, they wasn't checking for HBCUs, right? They wasn't checking for, the only people they was checking for was like the Howards and the Spelmans and stuff like that.
Clark.
Right.
Yeah.
The larger. Yeah. Granted, fast forward to today, everybody wants their hands on an HBCU, right? You got the Pepsis and you got the people on campus trying to recruit there. That wasn't like that back then.
It was not.
Right. So I had somebody tell me like, hey, I mean, if we had the same exact resume and you put your resume in front of somebody and I put my resume in front of somebody and they see that I went to Howard and you went to Delaware State, I'm going to be the one to get the job.
And sports, right? They were in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was terrible.
That's how people thought.
Absolutely. But for me, like, I took that as a challenge. Oh, I'm going to put on for my Delaware State and everywhere that I go.
Yeah. And I honestly think we're doing it.
We are.
Like, when you think about HBCUs in general, I feel as though, and granted, I think that over the past few years, like, we've done a great job. When I say we, like us collectively, the alumni, we've done a great job putting DSU on the map.
Yes.
Because you got Lauren on the Breakfast Club. You got, like, Jamila. You got, who else?
Shanika.
Yeah. On E! News. You got you with the NFL. Like,
you got you as a psychologist, writing articles for Essence, all that.
Yeah, like, it's like we're really putting on for DSU.
And I think we all had that same motivation.
Yeah,
like,
because we are that smaller
no example
school
right now, so let me be that example.
Exactly. And so I think that drives the point even more. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter how big or small the HBCU is. It's more so about, again, like the connections, the mentorship that you receive, the people that you connect with, the work that you put in.
Exactly.
Because we would like be up early in the morning on campus and then come back late at night.
Yeah.
Because we were just in so many organizations.
So many orgs, the fashion shows, all the things. Like, yeah.
So.
But even like now that we put Del State on or whatever, I make it my business to go back and not only teach the students the game, but like when I know about opportunities and I know somebody there needs an opportunity, I'm making sure they're going to get an interview, at least, at minimum, right? It's been so many kids that I've been able to put in the right rooms because I'm so passionate about making sure I put Delaware State on. So.
Yeah. I know. So you talked about that before, about how, like, not even just DSU, but like HBCU students.
Period.
Like, you were able to kind of like get them into working in the NFL.
Yeah.
And sports overall.
Yeah, I got at least 5 mentees working in the NFL right now.
All from HBCUs?
They're all black. I don't know if they all went to HBCUs. I'll say majority of them went to HBCUs. I got to go back and look at my notes. But.
Yeah. I think that just speaks to, like, us kind of like reaching back as we climb.
It's so important.
But that's the nature of an HBCU.
That is.
Yeah. And granted,
African.
It's African. It's African. But Chanel, I didn't realize that other people didn't have that experience in college when they like went to PWIs. Like, I thought, like, when I talk to my friends, I'm like, oh, y'all not going back home for homecoming? No, we don't do that. Like, that's literally so HBCU
weird.
Thing.
So what do they do?
That's what I was wondering. Like,
no, seriously, what do they do?
Sometimes they have like black alumni stuff at their homecoming, and then they'll go back to that. But it's not like a thing where like like we prepare all year long for a homecoming. Like who gonna be there? We connected,
The
like
outfits, book the hotel, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like making sure everybody's coming, having we have a breakfast.
We had brunch.
A brunch,
Yep.
yes. Our brunch,
upon
our
arrival.
little sisters, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not a thing with everybody.
That's
I say all that to say I am grateful for my HBCU experience.
The illustrious Delaware State University.
Period.
Are your kids going to HBCU?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're going to Del State.
My kids are going to Del State too.
Their family is DSU royalty. They can't just not go.
Yeah, they can't do that.
It is just going to disrupt the pattern.
Yeah.
My mom went to DSU.
Yeah. We went to DSU. They got to go to DSU. They won't
That's
have a
it.
choice.
They're not. No. Choice is where? You paying for it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
But what if he turn around and be like, I got a scholarship to this place,
Congratulations.
Delaware State University.
Right. Like, what do you want me to say to that? You worked hard for that. Tell them you can't go. Okay, so.
Not us being controlling parents and the kids not even here yet.
I mean, they already know what it is. Like, they know what it is. Okay, so was that all we wanted to say about our homecoming?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Sidebar, it was so random seeing Montel Jordan on the plots.
Very random. Very
Got
random.
the picture.
Got the picture. He was there.
He was there in the flesh.
He was. We was like, Dad, we saw Montel Jordan. You know who that is? He was like, yeah, I know who Montel Jordan is. This is why we do it. Close. Very close,
Almost,
Dad. You almost had it. Yeah, so we saw Montel Jordan. Another thing, okay, while we're on the plots, I love that DSU shows love. Like even the younger generations who
Shout out to the babies.
have no clue, like they have no business knowing who I am. We was not on campus together.
We graduated how many years ago?
10
plus.
Child. But they just continue to pay homage, like, yo, look up to y'all, respect y'all, blah, blah, blah. And it's amazing.
It's dope.
And also, it makes me feel kind of like
an OG.
Yeah, like I'm like
every
the OG.
Every we go to, everybody offering us water,
food.
Y'all good, twins?
Yeah, like
y'all want something to eat?
You want to sit down? Do I look like my ankles is hurting right now? Like I love it.
Thank you. But
nah,
it was cool.
Our HBCU experience was dope.
You can tell the younger generation again, like they know who we are. Number one, number two, they respect what we doing and they appreciate it.
Yeah,
so that's a blessing in itself.
No, it really is. It really is. So I'm excited though about DSU, our future together, like collaborations. Absolutely. You got some stuff coming up with them, right?
I do in the pipeline. I'm excited.
Are you able to talk about it yet or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
So
all right, cool. All right, so what's next on the docket?
So we went to homecoming.
Yes. That was same day.
First of all, that's the earliest we've ever appeared at homecoming. Everybody was
so surprised.
It was like, first of all, I'm not used to seeing y'all in the daylight during homecoming.
Like we usually get there mad late,
like 5 p.m.
I mean, that's on brand.
I agree.
Like we're late. Like that's very on brand for us.
So we got there in time for brunch.
Yes.
The end of brunch. We had to be late to something.
So just to make it consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency is a key to great branding.
Exactly.
That is what we teach at the Thrivers Unleashed.
Thrivers Unleashed.
For only $47 a month, you could be a part of Thrivers Unleashed as well.
Kingdom Entrepreneurs.
Period. So, okay, we got there super early.
Yes.
Said all the, hellos. Love y'all, miss y'all.
Yeah.
Let's take pictures. As soon as we got on the plot, we taking pictures because we know we gotta go.
Yeah.
And the key to making sure your presence is known before you leave, you gotta stroll. You gotta stroll.
And
it was like, the twins was here. Right. So we on the Alpha Plaza. All right, they gotta play ice cream paint job before we go.
I'm texting ML
Texting our little brother is like, bro,
I'm about to leave. Like, can
y'all gotta play ice cream paint job. And so ML's like, it's so early. Come on, bro, we gotta go.
First, no, he was fine. He was like, all right, let's do it. But then when the music started, that's when he was like, it's so early. He didn't want to do it.
I think it was like they played it a couple times though. But either way, we strolled, took pictures. We were there, made the presence known. Got a nice little 30-second Instagram clip on there just to make sure y'all knew that we was there.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe. And so part of the reason why we had to exit out is because Lauryn Hill was in town that same...
In D.C.
Yes, in D.C. that same day.
We left D.C.
At
went
like
to
10.
Delaware for homecoming. Drove back to D.C. for the Lauryn Hill concert.
Yes. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Bruh.
So we left homecoming at what, 4?
Yeah.
Very early day.
Very early, very long.
Got back on the road. Got dressed.
And we was out.
We was there. And we got there on time.
Yes. I already know you itching to say it.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
No
all right.
Lauren Hill's like
all right.
We love Lauren.
We love Lauren. No, but she's one of my favorite artists. One of my favorite albums is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So I was pressed because this was the 25th anniversary of The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But we was hearing like mixed reviews of how it was gonna be.
People kept telling me that like, hey, like don't get too excited because she can't really sing her songs the way that they're recorded.
I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Which was whack.
That was whack because she don't own her masters.
Well, that she said that's a rumor. She addressed that. She said she hasn't had an album since then, so she just wants to remix it. She addressed that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But does she own her masters?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. What?
That clip where she said, y'all lucky I came.
Y'all
or
lucky
something
I
like
showed
that.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all lucky I showed up.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Lauren can do no wrong in my
I
eyes.
agree.
But as a brand, as a business, I would say I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to start to develop like client inconsistency. It's like, oh, this is how she feel. Well, I'm going to just come late the next time she perform. And then what if she's on time? Or what if I'm not going to come at all? Like, yeah, I wouldn't say that personally.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
But Lauren could just come out singing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Baby.
And
That's
I
why
would
was
be
so confused.
impressed.
Yeah. She could have got out there and said, if you want to be somebody
Hey.
and you want to go somewhere, I would have been still happy with
She
that.
could have came out and brought Cheryl Lee Ralph talking about Mama, I Want to Sing.
And Cheryl Lee Ralph talking about you going to be singing your shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Along with your daddy.
Along with your daddy.
And I would have been fine.
Absolutely fine.
Look, this is just look, and
She could have came out there and sung Cold Beans, hey, and collard greens. Hey, and I would have been super excited.
I would have been psyched just to see Lauren. Look,
She could have been out there to sing. Come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus, with the
good job. I can't hit it. But are you done? Okay. But that just proves how like there is no other vocalist and lyricist like Lauryn Hill, like none. And I recently had this conversation with somebody else. Please debate me in the comments, but not if you don't know music. But like a lyricist who knows how to lyrically, like who knows how to lyrically just like express themselves the way she does, and also a vocalist with her range and vocal control. You're not gonna find that anywhere else.
No, you're not. That's rare.
Bruh.
That's rare.
And that's why I was so excited to be there. 2 hours later or not, I was in the suite eating food, so I ain't care.
But technically, was she late? Because I feel like when you go to concerts, the main artists really don't go on stage until like maybe an hour after. Anyway.
Yeah, they said Beyonce was like an hour late. We were late, so we didn't know.
Right, we was late. I mean, but she was on stage by the time we got there. Yeah.
I don't know, child. But either way, we went to homecoming and saw Lauryn Hill all at the same day.
Very, very, very exciting.
I'm excited too. I feel like we should have created a blog, and I think I got enough content to create a blog to put on our YouTube. So, yeah. Anything else on that?
No, Lauren was great, and then the Fugees came out.
Yes,
we were confused. We was like, okay, is the concert over?
Yes.
It wasn't.
Lauren did her full set for the 25th anniversary of the Miseducation, and then the Fugees came, including Wyclef and Prize, and it was like bananas. Like, none of them missed a beat.
None.
They sounded the same. They looked great. Like they were bomb.
Energy.
Yes.
On point.
Why was Wyclef doing handstands? And y'all, they got to be in their 50s by now. Like, they have to be.
Wyclef was doing handstands.
Wyclef was doing handstands.
The band
was lit. And
shout out to Spank.
Shout out to him.
Drummer.
I feel like most of the people in the band, though, we know from, like, church stuff. Like, if you want to find the best musicians, best singers, go to church.
Go to church.
If you find that, like, oh, this artist has an amazing bassist, an amazing organist, strong likely, they started in church.
Yep. And there's probably still somebody's MD.
There's still probably somebody's MD at your local church.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the viral clip? And we noticed that in the concert, how she was kind of directing the band.
I didn't see the clip, but I noticed at the concert
directing the band. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's normal, right?
Not to that degree.
Not to that degree.
You can tell she knows her music.
Yes, that she is an artist.
Yeah.
And she's sensitive about her stuff. But I'm just like, okay, this is something we see on Sunday mornings, right? The music leader is going to direct the band, and she's going to say, no, hi-hat, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
But the clip went viral because it showed that she was doing that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it went viral.
But what were people saying? Like, were they surprised that she's a musician?
Right. But she is a musician. I think there can be a level of that, but to that extent where it was just like so much like, hey, no, stop. Like that, y'all should have did that at sound check.
I don't know. I feel like she does have sound check. And she said that. Like, she said that was a part of the reason why she'd be late sometimes. They be having sound check. And then, like, you know, they're late opening the doors or whatever. But I feel as though, like, with music in general, because, like, it's not like sheet music where we're reading it. It's very, like, meticulous. We got to play it this way. Like, she might feel something in the moment to where she might want to go a little higher. She might want a little bit more bass drum in this moment because that's what she's hearing. Like, that's how art works. That's how music art works.
That's
like,
how, I agree. That's how a shed works.
Right, okay.
When we're in, like, an atmosphere like this. And
but not like
shedding.
a concert.
But a concert at the Wells Fargo Center or Capital One Arena, I don't know.
I hear you. So. Is that what people were saying, though? Like, she was directing?
Yeah, people were like, some people thought it was like a little tacky, but I wrote in the comments, I said, like, literally it's nothing to see here. Like, you'll see this every Sunday at your local church.
Right, like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to it.
Right, I think that's what it is.
And I guess, you know, if you're in the performance space, like, if y'all disagree, like, let me know, because I don't know, this when I saw her doing that, I was like, oh, she know her band, like, she knows like what she's looking for. She's exactly. Yeah. So I didn't get anything from that. But listen, I need Lauryn Hill to come back to DC. It was amazing.
It was good.
We good? Oh, okay.
Where we at on time?
We got 3 more minutes before it's 30.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, so that's cool. This is perfect.
Yeah.
So all right. So last thing, Thrivers Unleashed. Make sure that you guys sign up for Thrivers Unleashed because, again, we have a group of entrepreneurs who are super dedicated to their businesses and want to learn how to grow as a Christian entrepreneur.
Yes. Really excited to have y'all.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tune in next Friday.
Right, see you.
Bye.
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.